Today we have Alex with me at the studio. We're going to be talking about all the updates and changes in digital marketing and how we're also changing our focus and adapting to those changes. You always, that's the interesting thing and kind of the fun part of digital marketing for me is there's trends. You don't want to be hopping on trends all the time, but there's shifts in how marketing works. Like a year ago today, for example, all of the coaches and course creators, when they were doing personal branding, they would always, on Facebook, you'd make a post and then you'd say like, comment for this word, and I'll send you a message with a lead magnet or whatever. And that was really common. Nowadays, instead it's like micro comments where instead of hiding it behind a message or a link or an opt-in page, they just put the value inside of the comment itself with images and videos. And that seems to be growing people's audiences really well. But, just trends over time.
Absolutely.
But other than that, like Google itself and how it is changing so much in 2025, it's been kind of insane, actually.
It really has. I mean, honestly, it's no longer just about your website SEO. That's not going to cut it anymore.
Yeah.
It's your entire brand, right? Your Instagram, your TikTok, all of your socials, your Google business profile, and your website. Everything has to be elevated. You can't just focus on one thing anymore.
Yeah. I feel like, especially because we manage quite a few clients. Like we're looking at the analytics for over 50 companies at a time, and you can see the clients that do have a good brand and are doing other marketing aside from just SEO are doing so much better than the clients who are only expecting results from SEO alone, which is really interesting to me. And it's just a testament to how Google is also evaluating brands. Google's taking a look to see if people are searching for the company. The branded traffic is one of the signals. If they're active on social media, if they have referral traffic from different other sites, or all of those signals are part of the branding that takes place in the SEO. And it's not just about SEO. SEO is not the end all be all of marketing. Doing the other stuff isn't just for SEO, but it's also just good for building your brand.
Absolutely.
Building trust.
They're going to interact with your business in every way that you interact with other businesses. They're going to visit your website. They're going to check your Instagram, your Facebook, and see what you've got going on, right? So
yeah. And it's really nice because like when you do build a brand, I feel like the amount of money you have to spend on marketing is way less.
It's way less. I mean, it used to be, the saying used to be, it takes 7 to 8 touch points to close somebody or to, get their business. I think now they've got to watch 7 hours of your content.
Really?
7 hours.
7 hours?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a tough.
But if you're doing that, you've got your YouTube channel that has, information, no matter what it is, whether it's roofing or med spa services or massage or beauty salon, whatever it might be. If you've got your YouTube channel and Instagram, on point where you're just providing value on the services that you already provide, you're kind of pre-selling them, right? So they're interacting with your content and they're commenting on it. And it really is just that part of that 7 hours.
It's really interesting because like I didn't take social media marketing very seriously because a lot of my clients asked us to manage their business Facebook pages. And to me, business Facebook pages don't have a huge ROI aside from you want it to look somewhat presentable and active, like they're open, and be posting somewhat. But and so in the past, that was my opinion on it. Now, because of some of the changes in how buyers perceive brands and also changes in overall SEO, I feel like it's become more important to be active on every single social media. Like last year, I think about 5 months ago, they made the option to be able to connect social profiles to the Google business profile. And this week, Google just made the change where Google is scanning and reading the social media posts on all of the connected accounts. And if you have a promotion or an event, Google will pull that information from the social post and put it as a headline on your GMB, which is really cool. And it hasn't happened on all of the GMBs. We're mostly seeing it in like stores and especially for like bakeries and places you can order things that have those type of specials. But they always roll it out into 1 or 2 industries and then go across the board. So I'm pretty excited to see how they start I feel like social media management just became much more valuable. Uh,
Absolutely, and it's gonna be an intermingling of the brand of the business, but also the business owner, right? The business owner is the face behind the business, and that's what people want to interact with, and that's who people wanna do business with. It's not just a faceless account, and that's what people need to take into
True.
account, is that you need to turn that camera around
Yeah.
and just get those
Stop
nerves out
being
of the way,
scared.
rip the Band-Aid off, and just start talking about what you're doing daily. You're a professional, just talk about what you do daily and, bring your team on board if you have someone on your team that's more comfortable. I have a client that uses someone on their team that loves being on camera, and they just use that team member to really be the face of the brand, and that's okay as well. It's just people wanna connect with a
A
face.
person, yeah.
Yeah,
They wanna people buy from people they know, like, and trust, and so,
absolutely.
building the trust and getting to know them comes through easiest through video content and social media.
Mhm,
And so, like, not always just like posting the polished graphics that you can do. It's more about like, just creating real content of whatever you're doing that day. And the interesting thing is like, I've tried to convince clients to send us video content. They're like, oh, I don't have anything I could post about. Like, dude, you work all day long. Just record what you're doing, like,
absolutely.
literally whatever you're doing that day is interesting to homeowners. They wanna see the behind the scenes of a roof inspection. They wanna see what makes a roof repairable or not repairable. I mean, someone does, not everyone does,
Mhm,
but if they're searching for that type of that's the beautiful thing, like, um, when people are searching for stuff, YouTube and Instagram, they're really advanced algorithms, and so, like, they start watching content, searching for an answer of some type. If they watch your video and they like it, then they're gonna be seeing more of it, and so it's like, for example, this podcast, like, I don't even record this that often, just, like, once a month, I'm turning into clips. It doesn't take me a ton of effort, but it's an amazing sales tool. I had one of my most recent clients, Panda Roofing, um, they said, "Oh yeah, I watched one of your videos about local service ads, and then I see you everywhere. Like I'm always watching your videos. They're coming up on Facebook and TikTok, and I saw it on YouTube. And I'm not running ads. I'm not even like promoting them. I haven't even like
mhm.
doing any effort at all. But just from having some video content that we're able to repurpose into all these other social media, we repurpose it into blogs, which is very easy with AI nowadays. Um, you know, it, the algorithms know that he likes watching my stuff, and so they, you know, retarget
Absolutely.
him, which is what we want the brands to do. You want to just create more content that people who are interested in your content will naturally watch.
Absolutely, and I think it's important to keep that in mind that you have to repurpose the content, right? Like you mentioned, it's not just one outlet, you've got to be on every outlet.
Yeah,
And, with video as well, having the services, your keywords in the text is super important. I mean, it helps with, again, Google rankings with SEO is that with that as well. And also, as you mentioned before, with AI rankings as well, right?
yeah,
Ranking on ChatGPT. Videos is one of those huge proponents that's going to
yeah,
drive that as well.
yeah. We were talking before actually we started recording, but let's talk about that again.
Yeah.
Like one of my big projects this year is reverse engineering why AI recommends what they recommend because
Mm,
I feel like one of the future. I mean, the fastest growing search engine right now is ChatGPT.
mm,
Every other YouTube, Google, Yahoo, Bing, Facebook, they all lost traffic in the first quarter of 2025,
mm.
except for ChatGPT. It's the only one that gained users. And so that's telling, like still it's a very small proponent compared to Google. That's always be the search giant. But Google, because of that, Google is taking notice and they're like, oh, we need to get on that. We need Gemini to work better. How can we get Gemini? Maybe we can have AI overview be like the new chat, or maybe we could, they're trying to test using AI more and more to get more users for Google so that ChatGPT doesn't win the AI race.
Absolutely. I think two big things on that is that first, Google just invested $75 billion into AI. So they're not going anywhere,
Yeah.
and AI is not going
And
anywhere.
honestly, Google is better than ChatGPT. I don't know if you use
Gemini
Gemini.
2.0 is great.
Yeah, Flash experimental and like a huge tip for anyone. Like you can use Google AI Studio, and like it's free version. You don't have to pay for premium Gemini, and you can use all the experimental models through that. And I mean, Gemini actually just came out with screen sharing, but the Google AI Studio has had it for over a year, and it's the best. Like, I got my mom and my grandma using it because they always call me
Mm.
for tech support. They're like, "How do you switch my this to this?" Or "How do you stop using Bing? Because I want to switch my," like, I don't want to explain to her every time. And like when she tries to Google it, she gets confused by YouTube. But you can screen record. Just go to Google AI Studio, click share screen. You talk to the AI like it's a tech support person that's viewing your screen, and you can have it. Like, I use it for coding all the time because I'll get confused. Like, hey, this whatever thing I'm working on the website isn't working. Can you suggest a solution? And then sometimes I'll like it will get me started, and then I'll go to ChatGPT or Grok or some other
Mhm.
LLM to like finish the code and refine it. But like if I don't know where to start, a lot of times I'll go AI Studio.
It's incredible. I mean, that's a very underutilized tool
Way
is screen
underutilized.
sharing where you can literally it is customer support. It doesn't matter what you're working on. You
Yeah.
can actually have it create an entire workflow for you in GHL using the screen sharing.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never done that. That's awesome.
Yeah. It will walk you through all the steps to do that.
And another one like that's free and super cool. Like ChatGPT is awesome. Not hating on it because I use it all the time and my wife loves it and I pay for it. But people who don't want to pay for anything, you can get a lot of the advantages of paid ChatGPT from Gemini.
Mhm.
Like if you go to Gemini and then you can create what's called a gem. It's like a custom GPT, which is only a paid feature of ChatGPT, where you can create a prompt and like for example, if you can create a prompt to do anything. I had a client last week. He was asking me to help him create a process for estimating. Like he's like, I take pictures of things. I want to upload my documents about my pricing, and then I want the AI to read it, measure it roughly, and then create a rough estimate that I can just like make estimates in seconds instead of having to actually go out there and measure everything. And then later on, if they get like the ballpark price, he'll go out there and make an actual estimate. But like that's a perfect use for AI. AIs can easily do that, and you can do that for free with custom Gemini on your phone or anywhere else, and just like simplify a lot of the things that used to take you hours
Yeah.
for
I mean,
free.
at this
Freaking
point,
amazing.
if you're not using it daily, if it's not your default browser, or you're not at least using it daily to try and automate a task for your business or your team,
You're falling
you're
behind.
already behind. You're
Yeah.
already
And
behind.
like, I want to be like really clear, like you're really behind
Yeah.
because like, it's not like AI is going to replace marketers. I feel like, I mean, AI agents are amazing and they can do a ton of stuff, but business owners still want to work with people.
Yeah.
But marketers who can use AI can scale so much better
Yeah.
than marketers who are trying to do everything themselves or even trying to outsource overseas.
Mhm.
Because like, I have a team of over 25 virtual assistants, but I would never be able to manage the load of work we do if we didn't have AI.
Mhm.
And we've been using AI since, the Jasper days or
Yeah.
Jarvis,
Yeah, exactly.
and so we've already been used to prompt engineering. And so when ChatGPT opened up and OpenAI, it's like been super natural to create our own custom GPTs and automate things. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I think, the CEO of Fiverr actually just sent an email to his entire staff out last week. And the main message was AI is not going to replace your job or take your job, but someone using AI will.
Yeah,
And that's a pretty powerful message,
it's
so.
insanely powerful.
Mhm.
I think like about that though, like there's parts of your job that you want to automate and there's parts you don't want to automate.
Mhm.
And I feel like the connections that people really value, people value person to person connection. And so like there's a bunch of automations to create faceless YouTube videos, for example, like the brain rot videos or whatever. You're not as addicted to social media as I am, so you probably don't even seen them. But uh,
I've seen the
uh,
faceless video.
yeah. I mean, there's faceless YouTube channels that are making a ton of money, and everyone in Asia thinks it's the new gold rush side hustle.
Mhm.
But I don't think a brand should be doing that. Like you don't want to just have like an AI robot reading random faceless YouTube videos. That's you still need to have someone behind a camera
Mhm.
recording content. Eventually, you might be able to get away with AI avatars, and
I
cloning your
mean, I think
voice.
that would be like a good side hustle,
Yeah,
to have a faceless YouTube account where
sure.
you're creating content like that on something you're really interested in.
Yeah, but it's not
But
meant for like building a brand.
no.
Yeah, it kind of cheapens the brand. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. And I think one thing I did want to mention going back to the search engine piece
Oh
that
yeah,
don't really know this, but Instagram is number 2 search engine at 6.5 billion per day. So
I thought YouTube is number 2. So Google, YouTube, and then
it could be, I could be wrong, but is a
Instagram.
graphic I saw, maybe just because I use Instagram so much and for my clients as well, that it just happened to be put in front of me that way. But I have to check.
I was thinking YouTube. But yeah,
I
we'll
mean,
fact check ourselves afterwards and
yeah.
then look it up. But yeah, so actually going back to the search engine stuff, because there's a lot more we could touch on. This week, aside from the GMB post
Mm.
drama where they're pulling social media into the GMB directly, also shorts, like YouTube shorts. I don't know what the proper terminology for this, but in Google search, there's the search, then there's the AI option, and then there's Google Photos, videos. They have video shorts now as one of the options. And in some of the experimental beta search results, they have carousels of video shorts, which is really interesting because Google's never really pushed shorts up until like May of 2025. And I think they're just seeing the trends on TikTok and how popular it is and how, everyone is, loves shorts for some reason. And so Google's trying to get a piece of that candy,
Yeah.
and they're putting shorts directly in the search results and pushing it as one of their primary results for a lot of keywords.
That's why it's so important. We've been doing SEO for over 5 years now. And, um, it's so important to adapt because this is just a huge signal that it's no longer just SEO, that they're incorporating all these things. And
Yeah.
imagine if you had, if you're a plumber here in Gilbert and every, day you're putting out, water heater repair, leak detection in Gilbert, and every text on the video showing up as the keyword,
Yeah.
how powerful that is for that algorithm.
Amazing.
You could be that carousel.
Uh-huh.
So
And also, like, yeah, I think it's kind of a little bit stressful for people because I was just meeting with a client this morning actually, and I was meeting with their social media manager trying to give her tips, and she only posts to Instagram, which is great. And Instagram is one of the sources that Google is pulling on the shorts
mm,
to show in search results, which is really cool because they used to only show YouTube shorts, but now they're showing Instagram, Facebook Reels, and actually those are the only 3 I've seen so far.
no
But
TikTok yet?
maybe they have TikTok. I don't really remember. But where was I going with? Oh, so but if using automation, you can easily, or tools, you can use Go High Level to post, to every single platform at once.
Mm.
You need to find ways to make your life easier. Because if it becomes a lot of effort to post all this content, edit all this content, you're never going to do it. You're never going to keep up on it like you need to. You need to be, every single week creating video content, posting in all these places, but you need to make it as easy as like a click of a button. And so like, that's why, virtual assistants or creating custom Geminis or using tools to make your life easier is so worth it. Trying to be cheap. This stuff's not expensive.
No, and I think, but it's also important to note that you do have to put that effort in. It's not just going to create itself, and
Yeah.
you should see content as part of your business because,
Yeah.
no matter what you're doing, again, I think we covered this last week, but if you're a baker or a plumber, all of a sudden when you start your business, you're also marketing and sales and
Yeah.
HR, and you take on every hat, right? So, just seeing how important the marketing and sales aspect is to every business,
Yeah.
I think every business owner should be doing that as part of their daily routine
For sure.
anyways.
Yeah, even if it's just a little bit, and even if you decide not to post the clip, that's fine.
Mhm.
Just like have a video, a Google Drive or Dropbox that's a library of content, and then later on, if you want to make a video about that one thing, you can go back and use it as B-roll. And
Absolutely.
I actually honestly don't really recommend client or businesses to do their own social media. You should hire an office person or a virtual assistant or an agency like us. We could do it for you and just make your life so much easier. Because then it's out of sight, out of mind. You just have to record the content and we turn it into beautiful stuff. And I've actually just hired 4 new employees this week, actually last week, I guess technically now. 2 are automation specialists, like we said, because you got to be ahead of the curve automating. And then 2 are video editors and graphic designers because of all these changes. Like, we want to be ahead of the curve on automation, and we want to offer our clients really like I just texted all my clients saying like, hey, if you have video content, we can edit it for you. And I gave them examples of the type of content we want. I'm doing it as a test service for free for my SEO clients to see, just to like get a bunch of uh, case studies, I guess.
Yeah.
And then for my paid ad clients, I've already done that for, but not to this scale.
Yeah.
And so I also hired a local videographer, and we were at an event today and yesterday recording ads for people. It's honestly pretty exciting
Mm.
because I feel like I don't know, we want to catch the wave of being able to be on top of short form video content for all of the different reasons that we already stated.
Definitely. No, that's cool that you're getting your clients into that. We've done the same,
But
just
I'm pretty much trying to emulate you, man. Like
we've been doing the same.
you've been doing that for
Like,
ages.
just providing that for our clients of really just being like, hey, if you take the initiative and record this content,
Yeah.
we'll be happy to edit it for you and
Yeah.
create something beautiful that you can use across multiple platforms.
Uh-huh.
But we can't go out there and record the content for you every time, right?
Yes.
So you've got to take that initiative.
Yeah, unless you want to pay a lot more,
Yeah.
because it's time consuming to,
Yeah.
especially if they're not in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really interesting. So yeah, like video content is feeding. It turns your customers into a funnel naturally because the videos follow them around no matter what social media platform they're on, and it helps you rank in AI and ChatGPT because ChatGPT is not only reading the titles, they're also if you mention words like you don't even have to put subtitles. ChatGPT and AI, they listen to the words in the video and they can index and rank it based off of that. And so having the words, the actual content of the video is ranking both in YouTube, Google, and in AI. And so it just like video is like the fuel, I feel like. It used to be like written content was the fuel for SEO
Yeah.
and marketing, which, it still is to some extent. You need to have written content, but really you should be pairing it with, I feel like video even more than written content is like the overall just fuels everything else in your business. SEO, ads, retargeting, email marketing. You can send them video clips.
Absolutely.
It's just so much, makes everything so much better.
Yeah. And then you're basically, again, buying airtime because no matter what people are doing, they're on Instagram or Facebook checking stories, even TikTok, whatever it might be, just checking stories. No matter what else they're doing, they're on that as well. So you're buying airtime, basically.
I do wish that I still don't love Facebook pages, like business profile pages, because Facebook wants you to spend money on ads, and so they kind of restrict the reach. But every other place, like TikTok, YouTube, they're not quite as restrictive. And so I feel like the content is still getting a lot of views.
And also you can really tell what's happening with those because YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram specifically
have great analytics.
Well, they give you options to add SEO into the videos. Actually, hashtags are not as big of a deal anymore.
Yeah.
Just wanting to use one or two really powerful hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go into Instagram settings and alt text and actually put in there, Gilbert plumber, Gilbert water heater repair, whatever it might be for your specific niche or your specific company. Mm-hmm. And add SEO into the video so that when people type in, since Instagram is a search engine at this point, if people type in, baker in Phoenix or, cheeseburgers in Phoenix, whatever it might be, you will pop up. Those videos will pop up if they have that alt text programmed in there.
Another thing I just remembered, because we've been doing YouTube stacks for years. And one of the coolest parts is whenever we do a YouTube stacks, we also design the thumbnails and then we add alt text to the thumbnail and it automatically goes into Google Images, the thumbnail image for some reason. It always ranks number one for whatever alt text we put, which is really cool. And so then like we just did a YouTube stack for custom design builder model last month. And if you search like remodeling Mesa or home remodel Mesa, bathroom remodel Mesa, kitchen remodel Mesa, any of those keywords, they're number one for YouTube, on the Google Images, Google Video, GMB, and their website, just from that one YouTube stack.
Oh wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It boosted all of their assets from and they didn't even provide us content. We just used AI generated content in that time.
Oh wow.
But so honestly, there's like a little bit of, I don't love doing a ton of AI generated content because even though we are ranking number one for all of those terms, if someone clicks on the video and watches it, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's not good at sales. It's not great for sales. It's great for SEO, but if he would have provided us actual video content that we could have turned into a YouTube stack, that would have been so much better, you know?
Yeah.
Because then when people see it, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I want to hire this guy," instead of like
Yeah.
clicking and like, I don't know.
Well, the goal would be to do all of that, right? Have AI content funnel into your real videos, of you speaking into it. So it's just
Yeah.
creating more.
And honestly, the AI content has gotten pretty good. Like we switched to in video AI. I don't know if you've heard of that one. It's so nice. I mean, it's pretty cool. But still, it's AI content, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, a real person talking is gonna be better.
Absolutely.
The other one that we really love right now is Descript. I don't know if you ever tried that one,
Yeah, it's great.
but it's so fun. But yeah, we kind of went all over the place today, huh?
We did.
I'm pretty excited about this stuff though. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is the most I've ever hired in a month, and it's just because there's so many changes, and like I'm just so excited about marketing right now because it's so cool. Like automating things, it's so fun.
Yeah.
And video is so cool when we have like an awesome video for a client that they're able to use in their marketing. It's just exciting to me.
It is. And it's working. I mean, it's really driving results is the main thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited. It's because like we're getting results easier than we've ever gotten results before, and faster. You know, like it's not like it takes a ton of time to make a good video.
Mhm.
You know, they just record something, send it over, and we got awesome content.
Yeah.
And turn it into an ad the next day and got leads.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's way faster turnaround time than SEO and not saying that SEO is bad because that's half the reason we're doing it, but
No, I mean, you want to incorporate all of it, right? So that you can get leads now and leads later.
yeah. But yeah, omni-channel marketing, man, the way of the future.
It is.
But yeah, thanks for coming, and
Thanks for having me, Bryce.
we'll stay a little more focused next time, but
Yeah, we'll do it again.
appreciate it.